Your first project in regards to animation is going to be to make a thaumatrope. A thaumatrope is a funny word. It means magic turn. So you're going to create an optical illusion or something that looks like magic, right? To make something look like it's moving. Because that's really the beginning of how to animate, how to make something, how to make a series of pictures look like they're moving. So in a thaumatrope, you are only working with two pictures, just two sides. So people sometimes would use string, or you can use a stick or a straw, which is what we'll be using, okay, or what I will be demonstrating for you to do. You'll have two images, and it will be up to you to think of a way to break down movement. Thinking about a before and an after, or a cause and an effect. So if you think about a bird's wings, the bird's wings would be up in one of the pictures and then down in the next picture. So when you spin it, it looks like its wings are going up and down, okay? Or a light bulb turning on in one picture and then off in the next picture. So when you spin it, it looks like it's going on and off, okay? One last one, thinking about holding a basketball, and then maybe the next one, the basketball is either in the air going towards the hoop or it's going swoosh through the hoop, okay? So it looks like your person is throwing and making that basket, okay? So you really want to be thinking about how you're going to break down that movement or show that before and after cause and effect. Think about that before you actually start the project, okay? All right, I'm gonna need some paper, 1 or 2 sheets, depending on how big your circles are going to be, okay? Now, what can you use to draw your circles? Well, you could use the lid of something, okay? Baby formula jars, maybe Kool-Aid container jars, a roll of tape. That's what I'm going to use. Anything that's circular. You're gonna wanna do 2 circles. So I'm going to trace the outside of my tape. I'm doing this in pencil in case I mess up and I can erase it, okay? And I'm gonna draw the other circle over here. All right. Again, always good to use pencil first so you can erase, okay? I'm going to get my scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out just as neatly as I possibly can. I'm gonna get rid of my scraps so that they're out of my way. And I'm gonna lay down my 2 circles right next to each other. I'm gonna mark where the top is because I wanna make sure that when I put these together that they're going to be facing the same direction. So I know that I've made those little notches and that's the top of my circle. So I need to decide what I'm going to draw. And I think I will draw a sun. our coloring is done and we've put in as much detail as we can see that my before and after is night and day. We are going to make sure that we can still see where our notches are and that they are both upright, so both of our pictures are going the right direction. So we're going to turn it over. We're going to make sure that we have all of our supplies nearby. We want to make sure to have a straw or a stick, or even you could even use a pencil. We want to make sure we've got some kind of glue or adhesive, okay? And then even a stapler if you have it, or some paper clips actually would work too. I'll show you how to do all of this in a moment. So we're going to take one of our pictures, make sure that it is the correct way up, flip it, then cover it in that glue. You don't want it to be too wet, so be careful, especially if you're using regular liquid glue. I would really recommend the glue stick because it doesn't get them as wet. Okay, but you want to make sure you go all around the outside edge. That's really important, around the outside edge. And then you'll put your straw in the middle. You want to make sure that a tiny bit is sticking out at the top and that the majority of it is sticking out at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to take the other picture and we're going to lay it on top, so we're making a little bit of a sandwich. Little bit of a sandwich here. Okay, and we just want to go around the outside edges, make sure that they are nice and stuck together, and that they're stuck together at the top where it meets the straw, right down the middle, and at the bottom where it meets the straw. Okay, now you might want to get it out and it goes right to flipping it, but sometimes you haven't put enough glue on there, or it's a little bit loose or something like that. So that's when I recommend doing the stapler and putting one staple around the top, so it's stuck to the top of your straw, and one staple at the bottom where it's stuck to the straw, okay? And then it should be nice and secure, and you should be able to put it between your hands and do a little spin and make it look like it's going night, day, night, day, night, day, night, day, or whatever it is you have decided to do. And that's how you make a thaumatrope.